Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about my capture of the Heron Galaxy, which is a galaxy in the Canis Phenactici, or the hunting dogs constellation in the Northern Hemisphere. My name's Rob, this is Seven Skies Astro. Now, the Heron Galaxy, also known as 5394 and 5395, NGC that is a couple of interacting galaxies 160 million light years ago away, which basically means the light left, and the light I was capturing left when Earth was in the middle of the Jurassic period, where the dinosaurs were at the peak 160 million years ago. So it's really interesting to see that. Now I've captured this using my ASCAR 120 Apo. It's my new telescope. I will do a review on that at some point. Um, and I've just had a basically UV IR filter. Now I managed to get 12 hours and 45 minutes worth of data on it. So I'm going to jump on the computer and I'll show you what I've done. So here we have the data, the cropped drizzled data. Let's put that on there. First things first, let's just colour calibrate it, which is on my 533 sensor. Right, okay, let's be sure that's linked. That's looking a bit better. Let's grad expert, just run it through. I'll replace the image. And it's made much difference to that, but what I want to do, it's such a big image, I don't need to have it so big. Let's just crop it down. Let's move that star out of it. There you go, I'll put that in the middle. I think that's pretty good. What I could do rather is, yeah, no, I'll crop it. I don't need the astrometric solution now. And there we have the galaxy. Now let's get blur exterminator on it. I'm going to correct only first. And just with it being a drizzled image, it should crop it back to where it really wants. It should speed things up a little bit. And now I'm going to just put it on the defaults. And there we go. I think what I'll do is I'm going to stretch that now. Let's take the STF off and put the, and that's just a straight multi-adaptive stretch, and that does a really good job. I think I'll just bring up the colour saturation a little bit, and a little bit of a boost. That's looking really good. Now if I could just bring up target background a bit, just make it a little bit lighter, and then the aggressiveness, and it just brightens that up a little touch, not too much, and I think that's looking pretty good. Obviously you don't want to stretch it again. Next up, I think I just give that maybe a little curves adjustment to my own touch. Smooth that down a little bit, and I think that's looking good. Let's just add more saturation on it. There we go. We just zoom in on the Galaxy. Yeah, I wouldn't go any more than that. Now I see it's very noisy, so let's run noise exterminator. Now I usually run it in the 74, 76 range, mid 70s. I'll just run that through quickly. It's done a lovely job, and of course after doing that we always have to just check that histogram. It moves the black point right out. Let's just brighten it up a little touch. And that's looking really nice. I don't want to cut that much. Let's just put the curves on again, and just so you just bring the, I want to get the fainter detail out a little bit. Does mean you lose a little bit of contrast. That's okay. You see them tidal tails coming in now, and I think just losing the contrast a little bit, but that's fine. Let's just check the histogram again, so we're not clipping. Here we go. Now what I'd like to do is just sharpen that a little touch. So, but I'm going to sharpen it using the advanced sharpening tool. That's just on defaults. And hopefully we'll get half decent, and that's made a nice job. That is just, considering it's such a faint galaxy, a long distance galaxy, that's looking really nice. And let me just get that histogram check again. Yeah, that's looking good. I think it just needs a little bit more of noise exterminator. Separate the frequencies again. Let's turn it down and run it through. So let's just zoom in. Yes, that's so much better. So much better. Very subtle, but I like all these faint background galaxies that's in there, as you can see, and I'm really pleased with that. That looking nice looking data. Now with anything else, you can always say, oh, I can try it a bit more. I could run advanced sharpening again, but would it create artifacts? Let's just try, because we can always undo it. Let's see what happens. Now, as that introduced artifacts to make it a little bit grainy, I think it's done a really excellent job. I suppose the only thing to do would be check with the Hubble. And let's just curve that up a little bit, bring that brightness around. And a little bit of saturation again, because I've lost a little bit of the saturation. Here we go, just not too much. Yeah, I think that's looking really nice. Just pop that on there. You can oversaturate, and that's it. That's the Galaxy from 160 light years away. Looking really nice, interacting. I like the way these fainter galaxies are about. You know, these little streaks that you can just barely discern in the distant universe. I don't think there are artifacts. There's a couple of pickles there that hasn't been rejected. If you look at it as a normal page, that's it. So that's it. It's not too bad. It is a quite a distant galaxy, 160 million light years. So you're not quite getting the super detail, not with the 120 anyway. Maybe get the mead on it, the 10-inch mead on it, and try again maybe next year. But that's it for this year. So thanks for watching. It's not too bad, I suppose. So I'll catch you again in the next one. So until then, be safe, be well, and clear skies.